1,000 stars in the sky, and that's the reason why we love AKA. Until the day we die, we will be loyal, we will be true to you, to you, to you. 1,000 stars in the sky, and that's the reason why we love AKA. Until the day we die, we will be loyal, we will be true to you, to you, to you. 1,000 stars in the sky, and that's the reason why we love AKA. Until the day we die, we will be loyal, we will be true to you, to you, to you. 1,000 stars in the sky, and that's the reason why we love AKA. Until the day we die, we will be loyal, we will be true to you, to you, to you. 1,000 stars in the sky, and that's the reason why we love AKA. Until the day we die, we will be loyal, we will be true to you, to you, to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christina Conway, and on behalf of the illustrious Iota Lambda chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, I would like to welcome you all to our Founders Day presentation. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated has been setting the standard in painting campuses pink and green for 111 years. The purpose of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority
Is to cultivate and encourage high scholastic and ethical standards, to promote unity and friendship among college women, to study and help alleviate problems concerning girls and women in order to improve their social stature, to maintain a progressive interest in college life, and to be of service to all mankind.
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority was founded
On January 15, 1908, at Howard University in Washington, D.C., in the basement of Minor Hall.
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated was the first sorority founded by African American women for African American women. And we owe it all to our 20 illustrious pearls.
Hedgeman, Lyle, our visionary, our principal founder. She spearheaded the movement that led to the founding of the nation's first Black sorority.
Yes. Her.
Anna Easter Brown. She was the first treasurer of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority. She wrote the final draft to AKA's first constitution and bylaws, and Brown was an advocate of history. She was known for her annual Negro History Week exhibits. Beulah Elizabeth Byrd. She created the name, motto, and colors for our illustrious sorority. She was also a charter member of the first 3 undergraduate chapters of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority that were established after its incorporation.
Lily E. Burke. Lily Burke helped her sister with crafting the AKA logo. During her time at Howard University, she was an honors student and went on to become a gifted teacher.
Margaret Flagg Holmes. She was a member of the first Constitution and Bylaws Committee. She also served as Vice President and Secretary of the Theta Omega Chapter.
spring of 1908, later going on to have a career in teaching in the fall. At only age 24, Marjorie passed away, giving her the distinction of being the first Ivy Bee on the wall.
Lavinia Norman. She devoted 75 years to Alpha, Kappa Alpha, and 40 years to teaching after graduating from Howard University with 2 degrees. Her contributions to both were just as impressive as her length of service and life. She was the only founder to become a centenarian.
Lucy Diggs Sloat. She chaired the Constitution and Bylaws Committee and was unanimously elected the first president of the founding group. She was the first Dean of Women at Howard University and valedictorian of her class. She was also a tennis champion and the first African American woman to win a major sports title. Marie Woolfolk Taylor. She was selected by the original 9 to join Ethel Hedgeman Lyle in presenting the proposal of a sorority to the administration. She served as the first secretary and invited the sophomores to join AKA.
Norma Elizabeth Boyd. She was an incorporator and the first National Corresponding Secretary. She was selected for inclusion in the inaugural galleries of African American life, art, history, and culture at the Smithsonian National Museum for African American History and Culture.
Ethel Jones Mowbray. She chaired the committee that planned the first initiation ceremony, served as president during her senior year, and became the first national vice president on the inaugural directorate.
Alice P. Murray. Miss Murray graduated from the Academy, Howard's preparatory school in 1906. She then went on to Howard University to not only receive her bachelor's degree, but also her teaching certificate. She then graduated in 1910. Sarah Meriwether Nutter. She was the first of the sophomores to be listed as the founder on the masthead of the Ivy League. She also served as the chairman of the Education Committee of the NAACP.
Joanna Barry Shields. She scored a 98% of her entrance exam and earned her Bachelor of Arts from Howard in 1910. She worked with the youth not only through churches and AKA, through the NAACP, the Negro History Club, and the National Council of Negro Women.
Carrie E. Snowden. She was the corresponding secretary in 1909. She was a lifelong learner as she attended Howard University's graduate school from 1912 to 1914. She even continued to take classes at Howard University as late as 1943.
Harriet Josephine Terry, a woman with charm, grace, and ever-present smile. She was one of the first of the sophomore inductees to serve as president, and she wrote the hymn for the first initiation ceremony. She preached, the greater the education, the easier it is to succeed, because there are 2 things that stand between the idle man and a job, that of education and training. Julia E. Brooks. As one of AK's incorporators, Brooks dedicated her life to education. After graduating from Howard University with a BA degree in 1916, Brooks taught Spanish and English at Washington, D.C.'s prestigious Dunbar High School. Brooks went on to graduate study during summers at Columbia University in New York City and received her Master's of Arts in 1928. Nellie Mae Quander, the lead incorporator of our beloved sorority, doing all that she could to protect and ensure its incorporation as the first Black sorority. She then became the first national president of AKA after it was incorporated. Nellie Pratt Russell. She was another one of our illustrious incorporators. She served as an educator for over 50 years, earning her undergraduate degrees and graduate degree from Howard University and Columbia University. Minnie Beatrice Smith.
She was instrumental in Alpha Kappa Alpha's incorporation and helped develop the strategy to preserve AKA. She was appointed to be the AKA's first National Recording Secretary after AKA became a corporate body in 1913.
Yes. Let us know.
I wanted to be an AKA, an Alpha Kappa Alpha. I wanted to be an AKA, and here's the reason why. Of all the towns around, no better group I found. So I joined them right away. And this I have to say, we have tried. Now we made it to AKA. An Alpha Kappa Alpha, an Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Since its inception, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated has made tremendous strides and has left its imprint of salmon pink and apple green all over the world.
In the 1900s, Alpha Kappa Alpha promoted black culture and social justice through the presentation of black artists and social justice advocates such as Nathaniel Guy, Jane Addams, and Martin Madden.
In the 1920s, our sorority worked to dispel notions that African Americans were unfit for certain professions. We also guided African Americans in avoiding career mistakes, as well as pushed anti-lynching legislation.
In the 1930s, AKA created the first congressional lobby. They touched on issues from decent living conditions to lynching. We also created the first mobile clinic, helping over 15,000 Negroes.
In the 1940s, Alpha Kappa Alpha invited other Greek letter organizations to come together and encourage racial uplift and economic development through the American Council on Human Rights. This sorority also challenged the American government to portray more people of color in its images and media.
In the 1950s, Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority promoted investing in black businesses by depositing an initial $38,000 in the AKA investment fund with the first and only Negro firm on Wall Street. AKA also spurred sickle cell disease research and education with grants to the Howard Hospital and the publication of the sickle cell story.
In the 1960s, Alpha Kappa Alpha launched a heritage series on African American achievers and prepared youth aged 16 to 21 to function in a highly competitive economy.
In the 1970s, AKA was the only sorority to be named an inaugural member of Operation Big Vote, pledged $500,000 to the United Negro College Fund, and purchased Dr. Martin Luther King's boyhood home for the MLK Center for Social Change. In the 1980s, our sorority adopted more than 27 African villages, registered more than 350,000 new voters, and established the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Education Advancement Foundation.
In the 1990s, Alpha Kappa Alpha built 10 schools in South Africa, registered the largest number of minorities to the National Bone Marrow Registry, and we were the first civilian organization to ever create a World War II memorial to unsung hero Dory Miller.
In the 2000s, AKA has donated $1 million to Howard University to fund scholarships and preserve Black culture, strengthen the reading skills of 16,000 children through a $1.5 million after-school project in low-performing inner-city schools, and improve the quality of life of people of African descent through the continuation of aid in African countries.
In this decade, Alpha Kappa Alpha has dedicated itself to implementing programs that will enhance the social, economic, and educational well-being of all communities. Our program initiative, exemplifying excellence through sustainable service, has 5 target areas.
The first of these targets is HBCU for Life, a call to action. With this, Alpha Kappa Alpha strives to promote educational enrichment with a primary focus on historically Black colleges and universities. We strive to help with the college application process as well as provide help with college entrance exams. Our second target is women's health care and wellness. With this target, we bring awareness to critical health issues with a primary focus on those affecting African American women. Our programs cater to breast cancer awareness and prevention, heart health, nutrition and wellness, and care for the caregivers.
Our third target is building your economic legacy. Alpha Kappa Alpha emphasizes financial planning, building wealth, managing debt, and improving credit. We highlight entrepreneurship and maintaining the Black dollar. Through AKA Assist, we implement programs that assist the homeless, including children and veterans.
Our fourth target is the arts, where we focus on arts enrichment by highlighting and showcasing the visual and performing arts. Through this target, we salute both the Harlem Renaissance and the Black arts movement.
Our final target is global impact. We engage in programs that enhance our sorority's international influence, such as Soul for Souls and our Pillowcase Project. We also have our annual National Global Impact Day of Service.
At this time, we would like to invite all members of our illustrious sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, to sing our national hymn.
To capture a vision fair, there is one thing that spurs us to victory's heights, with a fellowship sincere and rare. Oh, Alpha Kappa Alpha, dear Alpha Kappa Alpha, hearts that are loyal and hearts that are true, by merit and culture we strive and we do things that are worthwhile. And with a smile, we help each other, for we know there's no other like our sisterhood. Alpha, Kappa, Alpha. Together anew we will pledge our faith, and united we'll forge a way. Greater laurels to win, greater task to begin, to thy honor and glory today. Hey, oh, Alpha Kappa Alpha, dear Alpha Kappa Alpha, hearts that are loyal and hearts that are true, by merit and culture we strive and we do things that are worthwhile. And with a smile, we help each other, for we know there's no other like our sisterhood. Alpha, Kappa, Alpha.
Thank you all for coming to our Founders Day. As our illustrious sorority, we serious matter. What? All right, Alta. Come on, Alta. Okay. All right. Okay, Snap. Wow.
This is a serious matter to be an AKA, to be the first, the finest in every single way. Conceited, that's what they say. But when you're number one, you can act that way.
Yes, ma'am.
Set it off, I suggest, don't set it off, I suggest, don't set it off. Set it off. Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off on the right, y'all. Set it off. Come on, let's set it off. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Set it off. Set it off. Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off, I